So it looks like Paige, Millie, and also Tasha are getting backlash for what they have been posting. And I just want to talk about it very quickly because this is exactly what I knew was going to happen. Hey guys, it's Rob Morali. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. Back at it again with another video. If you have not subscribed, click that button, guys. I would appreciate it. It is daily and consistent content every single day. Fresh content every single day. Subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button, the like button. I don't even say that anymore. And let's get into this video. So Millie, Paige, were posting a lot of stuff in two posts here and there about, standing for Israel, supporting Israel. And even Millie reposting this particular woman who was saying that she's scared to go out on the streets because of who she is, as a woman and, as an Israeli woman, things are going to happen to her. Obviously doing the absolute most and being very dramatic because she's not living in a genocide state. So I don't know what she's talking about. But clearly, Millie reposting this stuff and reposting about, for Israel, and Paige posting, I stand for Israel, and Tasha liking pictures, in reference to for and pro-Israel, is very much standing for colonialism and white supremacy right in our faces. You are standing for genocide and pro-genocide. And I'm not going to sit here and drag them, because if you drag people for their political points of view, which you can do, or whatever side they want to choose here, to me, it seems pointless. Rather than dragging and cancelling, we should be re-educating people. What I think has happened here is that a lot of influencers are being pressured to say something. They don't know what to say, and they're just reposting any infographic. And that's still their fault, because they are all grown adults and they can educate themselves. If you know how to put up, eyeliner and makeup and all that stuff, then you can go read a book, read 10 minutes, educate yourself on what is going on, and post correctly when it comes and when the time is right. Because the majority of other islanders or influencers are very much doing so, yet they did not do so. Now, people are saying, oh, they posted this right before the big hospital bombing, not after. I don't give a damn whether it was before or after, because there's still a lot of information to understand. And if that's what these three people genuinely believe, if they genuinely posted that because they are educated and they are very much for pro-Israel, then all three of them can go and suck their mums and F off, because I don't really care for anybody who's pro-genocide. I feel like they need to educate themselves before what is going on. I don't know how anybody is so quick to critique Hamas, which is what these three people have done. Hamas is an organization that has been developed in a colonized state. They are not the oppressor. The oppressor is Israel. And they've been the oppressor since they've been colonizing and taking land. We know what this colonizer word means. This is very basic math. This is why it pisses me off. So the Haitian Revolution, the Algerian Revolution, the revolution against the slave trade, were they all, terrorists? Should they all not stand up for their rights? Should they just sit there and let their land be taken by the French and by the Americans and by the British? So they just sit there and let their land be taken? If you come and take my house violently, why should I respond in peace? It pisses me off, this idea of peaceful this, peaceful that, peace, we need peace, we need peace. Did Israel ever want peace when they came into and take Palestine? For all of those years? No, they didn't. So it frustrates me. It really does frustrate me, to be honest with you, that these girls have come out with these dumb posts. They haven't educated themselves. They've taken it all down, and now they're getting dragged by people. I'm not going to say and drag and cuss them out, because I think it's pointless. But what I'm saying to these three girls, if you're going to speak on this stuff, which you most definitely should, because you have an audience, you have followers, and it pisses me off when people who watch these type of videos that I do and say, oh, well, they're influencers, they're not activists, they shouldn't be speaking up on political opinions. How privileged are you, before I go mad? How privileged are you as a person when the Palestinian people who are under this genocide are screaming for everybody to speak up? That is what they're asking for. It's not performative. To raise awareness and educate people who follow, reality TV people. They have no idea. They who are under genocide, losing their brothers and sisters and mothers and wives left, right, and center. They are the ones who are asking to post, to scream, to talk, to do something. So if you have a platform and you are not saying anything about a genocide that is going on in Palestine, then go and suck your mum. Or if you're posting pro and for Israel, like these three girls, and if they're doing it for a reason because they are pro, then they can go suck their mums. I am holding them to the benefit of the doubt that they did not know what they were doing, that they were pressured. They got anxious and they just posted stuff. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, because I'm not here for a cancellation culture. I'm not here for dragging them. I'm here for re-education. That is what I'm always here for, to bring them back into the fold. Hopefully they can correct their ways and post XYZ. Now, I'm going to keep it a buck. What I want to say, it's been on my mind here and there. I just honestly don't think that Ekin-Su is doing enough. As a Turkish Muslim woman, she has kept very silent about Palestine up until recently posting about two infographics here and there. As a Turkish Muslim woman, somebody who was very much aware of what was going on with the earthquake, and you don't need to be from a country to really raise awareness. If you're Turkish, you're very much for Palestine. If you're Muslim, you're for Palestine, and you're educated in your understanding about it. I feel like as somebody who's got one of the biggest platforms as an islander, she has not done enough in any capacity. And when I see her, I will say it to her face, I've met her, she's a very nice girl. I'm not saying that she's not, she's, we've had lunch, very, very nice girl. But I will express my disappointment, and I don't care about, you can always do more, especially if your background is Middle Eastern, Turkish, and you're Muslim answer. Like, bro, you can most definitely do more for what is going on in Palestine. A school was just bombed yesterday. Nearly 5,000 Palestinians are killed. Over 1.5k of them are children. Don't sit here and tell me that I don't want to post XYZ, I don't want to do XYZ, or they shouldn't do XYZ. This is not about a political opinion. This is what pisses me the fuck off. It's not about expressing a political opinion. There is a genocide going on. There's only one answer. If you are ignoring a genocide, you are a dickhead. And if you have a platform to do so, and if I see any of these influencers at events, I will confront them peacefully and say, I am expressing my disappointment in you that you kept very quiet or didn't say enough in any capacity. I feel like, especially if you are a Middle Eastern, Turkish influencer specifically, and you are not raising enough awareness and screaming from the top of your lungs, I'm absolutely ashamed of you. Absolutely ashamed of you. We have Scott out here doing more than somebody like Ekansu. Like that Anna Vakili makes sense. She's Iranian, so she gets it. She is raising her voice. But I just feel like it's just wild to me, and I just wanted to express that disappointment because it's been on my mind lately. Not trying to comfort her, but I'm very upset. It is just so sad what is going on. So Millie, Paige, Tasha, please recorrect yourselves. I feel like Tasha has, and I'm glad that she's done that. Take on the right page of board, because with the whole genocide going on, we don't have time to be distributing misinformation, especially when everybody's so quick to critique Hamas and what is going on when Hamas is reacting to colonization. Hamas is reacting to the fact that there's been a long-standing genocide going on. So whilst Hamas is wrong for killing innocent Israeli people, if you take my house, some people are going to attempt to take it back violently. And Israel have one of the best armies in the entire world. Hamas is like this compared to what Israel has. So what is going on? People aren't using their maths here, and it genuinely confuses me when it comes to this conversation. I don't miss me with the whole, they're not influencers. I mean, they're not activists. They shouldn't say XYZ. They shouldn't. It is a genocide. It's a genocide. This is not a war. This is not a conflict. There's no two sides. It is a genocide. Use your common sense. And it irritates me. So if you are going to say something, say it correctly. And as influencers, content creators, you must definitely do, especially if you're British, especially if we're British, because it is the British that began this whole situation that is going on right now. They were one of the people who birthed this colonization idea. So we, especially as British people born in this United Kingdom, have a responsibility to raise awareness, most definitely. So let's not get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted at all, because I just find it to be so freaking annoying. I don't understand what the hell people are saying. So the French and the Haitian people should have just sat there and been colonized and dead. There should have been no revolt. They should have just sat there and accepted their fate. They can't fight for their lives. Like, what are we doing here? I don't understand. It's just really common sense. So when I say this, I stand for Israel, you are standing for somebody that is an entity creating an apartheid state, creating colonization, white supremacy, and genocide. And they've been doing so for the last 70 years. I can accept the fact that people just aren't educated up until now, and therefore oppose to things by accident. They may need to re-educate themselves. I'm giving the benefit of doubt that that is also what it can be, because a lot of people are not educated on it. So I don't think that these three people are for or pro. They probably just did it because they saw other people doing it, or they were told to do it, and therefore just got lost in the mix, hence why they deleted it. That is what I think it is, because Palestinians aren't the only ones being ethnically cleansed in Israel. I mean, in the land that's meant to be for Palestine. We've got a lot of Ethiopian Jewish women, a lot of black women who are being sterilized, unbeknownst to them, being drugged up to reduce their population, and are also being kicked out of as well, because they don't want Africans, they don't want Ethiopian Jews, they don't want black Jews there as well, who are being significantly discriminated in what is going on here as well. So people need to read a book to find out what is going on, because for those who are very much pro Black Lives Matter and then are pro Israel, you are dumb. And it doesn't make any sense. Do the Ethiopian Jewish women not matter to you, who are being sterilized and drugged and treated like absolute crap? Educate yourselves and read a book to find out what is really going on here, because it really frustrates me seeing all of this stuff. And then you see these islanders who do this stuff. If you're going to, like, you can read, I don't want to hear none of this, this is why they shouldn't speak up, because they're all grown adults. They can educate themselves. Read a book. You know, it's not hard. Do a Google. If you can learn to go on a plane, if you learn to get a flight, to read your brand contract deal, to put the right, if you can do all of that stuff, you can educate yourself what is going on in Palestine. I don't want to hear no excuses. Do you understand? What I'm here to do though is give that level of a chance to these islanders who've messed up, because I feel like they didn't do it on purpose. I feel like they just, you know, kind of got anxious and panicked, and these things can happen. We're all human. So I feel like it's good to give that to these people, and hopefully they can just recorrect themselves. And it looks like Tasha has. So I'm glad that all the other islanders are speaking up. And now we have India posting stuff as well, which I'm glad to see. We have a lot of other influencers, non-islanders, who are also posting up. More people are gradually beginning to do it. And it's very important, because this is what they are asking for. You are in no position to say that people shouldn't be doing X, Y, Z, when the people who are experiencing a genocide are the ones who are going through it. Please use common sense. Anyways, let me know your thoughts when it comes to this rant. It's basically what it is. I'm just screaming for no reason in this damn house. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Click that button for daily and consistent content, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.